Welcome back, everyone, to your podcast, our podcast, the Popular Side Podcast. Oh, this guy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I usually say, as always, we have Yinka Yusuf, but I have some monster on the screen. I don't know who he is. What are you doing, gentlemen? What are you doing?
That's the new thing, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. You are too old for that, brother.
Bane in one of the Batman movies was like, you like the dark. I was made in the dark or something along those lines. So
Okay.
So that's the Bane the Bane celebration by Victor or Glock 14 as people call him these days.
Oh my gosh.
How are you, bro?
I am well, thank you. Life is good. As an Arsenal fan, this is a good time. Apparently, the world did not end last week. Surprise, surprise. And all the people that were yelling and screaming last week are now happy. Imagine that. Imagine that, Inka. It is, this is why you can't listen to people. This is why you can't listen to people.
You can't.
It really is unbelievable.
Even though the performances in both games are not
similar.
That significantly different.
It's quite similar, Yinka.
But if you look at the fan base and you check, I'm like, come on, guys. Anyway.
And guess what? And the performances for the other side from last week, Man U against quote unquote inferior,
We're jumping the gun. We're jumping the gun. Let's calm down. Let's be calming down. Let's follow the plan. Let's follow the agenda.
Okay. We
anyway,
do.
How are you, bro?
I am well, thank you. Life is good. End of August. It's getting cold here, believe it or not, which doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Wow.
Global warming, up is down.
Down is up. I can imagine.
Down is up. Yeah. What's going on with you?
I'm good. Work as usual. Work.
Yeah. So much work.
Family is still around, so
okay, nice.
It's a full house.
Okay.
But all is good. All right. I can't complain.
Yeah. For me, kids go back to school this week. So you gotta back to school, whatever. But the entire August has been, my daughter plays ball, so I've been doing a lot of driving up and down. Yesterday, while Arsenal was playing, I was at her scrimmage. She had 3 scrimmages yesterday. So I'm a little tired from driving, but otherwise,
I can imagine.
Like
I told you jokingly, I have 99 problems and driving in one.
It must be nice.
Driving in one. You've met my driver, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere I need to get to, I call him. Anyway.
You haven't met mine because I don't have one.
You don't have one.
I have one when I'm in Nigeria, which is great, right?
You do. Yeah, we can't have it all, right? We have drivers.
No, this is
so
true.
Many other things we don't have. So
this is very true. This is very well said. Very well said.
Anyway,
all right,
let's move.
Let us move. So the last few weeks we've been able to do, our newly revamped 1 hour duration podcast. People seem to like it, so let's keep it tight and keep it moving. All right.
Yes, boss.
So we're gonna start with the reviews of the week that was in the top 5 leagues. And Inka, I think let's go Ligue 1.
Yes.
Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, and EPL.
Fantastic.
So, Ligue 1, remind me, I don't know if anyone played on Friday, but I think PSG played on Saturday. I don't know how that game ended. When I was looking at it, they were up 1-0. Did they finish 1-0?
They finished 1-0.
So that's 2 back-to-back 1-0 wins.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They look a shadow of themselves, Aki. Right? Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doe, Usman Dembele, they've not hit the ground running this season. The 2 goals they've scored so far, I think Vitinha scored last week, and Fabian Ruiz scored this week. Dembele skied a penalty last week. Yeah.
Wow.
And the opponent is not. They're not. I think they played Nantes last week, and
Lille.
I can't remember who this week.
Did it put Lille this week? I'm not sure. No. Lille is playing today. Lille is playing today.
No,
Lille is playing today. Sorry,
but they didn't play significant opposition. If you get what I'm saying. So one would expect that this should be high-scoring games, given the PSG that you and I are familiar with. But surprisingly, it's a scrappy 1-0 victories so far this season. But 3 points, 6 points into 2-2 is still what matters. I'm sure they will. Yeah, they played Angers on Friday. They played at home, by the way. They played Angers on Friday, and they won 1-0. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
My contribution to that is the Club World Cup. So I mean, we can say the French league is not tough opposition, but you're still playing the same number of games as everyone in the top 5 except Bundesliga. Bundesliga plays fewer. Everyone else plays the 38 games, right? So you're still playing 38 games. And they went all the way to the finals of the Champions League. They went to the finals of the Coupe de France, I believe. And then where I'm going with this, the Club World Cup.
They played Super Cup. They
came back from the Club World Cup and played the Super Cup. So they're actually worse than Chelsea, right? Because Chelsea players got the extra time off. No Super Cup. No Super Cup, no Charity Shield or whatever it's called now. So I feel like they've been playing quote unquote important games with cups on the line since April.
Yeah. So they're mentally drained, if not physically drained, at least.
Yes. And Doué is 19.
Doué is 19.
Dembele's body is older, but in football terms, he's played as many games as a 19-year-old because he's always injured.
I'll report you.
You know what I mean? This is probably the most football he's ever played in his life.
But give it to him. He's turned around He's turned around his career. He was known for being, brittle, if I could use that word. But all of a sudden, he's logging in games, lengthy period of time without getting injured. So kudos to him. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
So before we move on from League One, Akin, talk about what impressed us, right? You're aware of all the issues that Lyon had in the off season. Existential problems for that matter. They were, the financial crisis and all that stuff. Lyon has started the season with 2 impressive wins. Which is quite impressive. I didn't expect that from Lyon. I thought they will suffer. I thought the off the pitch issues will affect them on the pitch, but surprisingly, it hasn't, and they've been very, 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 very good. 2 wins out of 2. I think today, or was it yesterday or today, they actually won like 2 or 3-0, and they have one young, is a French youth international. I keep forgetting this guy's name.
Is it Fofana?
Name. It's Fofana. Fofana, thank you. Fofana. Fofana looks the part. I think Lyon they'll probably sell him before. I might be wrong.
Yeah. Some people wanted him to leave this off
Lyon
season.
Themselves might want him to leave because they need the money. But fingers crossed, Lyon they've been very, very good. Another person that impressed me will be Aubameyang, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's back at Marseille, and he's a serviceable striker. He's still putting the ball in the back of the net. I think he scored 2 today or 1. I can't remember.
Amazing.
He scored today. Impressive. He's had ups and downs. But he's still there. He's still doing his thing. So kudos to him. I think that's all for League One.
No, that's awesome. I read something that it may have been, did Lyon sell a player to PSG, and PSG try to help them with their financial issues by changing the terms of the deal and paying all the money up front instead of installments. Yeah,
just to improve their cash flow. Yes, that was true.
I thought that was very interesting and very, good on PSG for doing that. If we have any dreams at all of Ligue 1 being competitive, it will come from Lyon. The occasional Lille, maybe every 3 to 5 years. I don't expect them to be consistently great. Is Lyon and Marseille and Monaco. That's it.
Or Monaco.
That's
Monaco,
it. It's those three.
Monaco in particular, because Monaco have the funds, but it's just that the club, the king of Monaco, whoever, they run the club as if it's
the municipality. Yeah,
exactly. But if Monaco are the people that have the financial capacity and probably also the pool, because of their
no taxes
and all this kind of stuff. But you're right. It's Monaco, it's Marseille, it's Lyon. Those are the people that can challenge PSG. Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on quickly to Serie A. I did not watch any Serie A this week, so whatever you tell me happened, I'm going to have to believe you. I can't dispute anything. So lie to me, Inka.
That's fine. I watched a little, not as much.
Okay.
Milan, talk of disappointments. Milan started off the season on a very, very bad note. They lost at home to Cremonese.
Wow.
Which is bad. It's very, very bad. Inter play tomorrow. Juve played. They just finished playing. I think they eventually won 2-0. Their new signing, Jonathan David, scored. Vlahovic came on and scored the second goal. I'm not sure if that game had ended, but the last time I checked, it was 2-0. But Milan, for me, major disappointment. But talk of the person or the team that impressed me today, it's day one of Serie A. It will be Como. Como played Lazio today. God, they played Lazio today, and they played Lazio off the pitch.
You might love them a little too much, Inka.
If you have the time, if you have the chance, go watch the highlights. Go check out that young boy that they picked up from Real Madrid, Nico Paz, the Argentine. He's 20-year-old. He wears 10 for Como.
I've seen him. I've seen him play.
You've seen him.
Remember, I was even talking about him in Team of the Season and all that stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. That guy has a wand of a left foot. His left foot is magical. You should see the free kick he scored today. So, Como, Nico Paz, impressed. Super impressed.
Fabregas. That's really why you love them. It's because of Fabregas.
You're probably right. Probably right. But the team has taken the DNA of the coach.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
These are unknown entities, relatively unknown entities that he has pieced together. Even Morata, who was their main signing of season, Morata came off from the bench. He came off from the bench today. So I love the way they play. It's unusual for a mid-table team in Italy to play that way.
I think they should not be a mid-table team. They should be a bottom of the table team. You know what I mean? That's what's most impressive. And to be doing it now 2 years in a row, shows. I mean, they're pretty much Brentford if you think about it. They're Brentford. Not from Brentford of today, Brentford of 7 years ago.
Brentford that had this Aston Villa striker when he was still there.
That's what it is. So for them to become a mainstay is pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
Anything else from Syria?
That's it.
Okay. Oh, making progress. And the Bundesliga. Tell us what happened this week.
So, see, I can where do I start from?
Let's start from Eric Ten Hag. Let's start from that. Let's just go straight to it.
For the Bundesliga to be competitive, you need Leverkusen, you need Dortmund, you need at least those
Stuttgart.
two.
Yeah,
Maybe Stuttgart, the recent times, Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah.
You need these teams to dispatch the lower teams when they're playing them. That's the expectation. So that the key games, the deciding games, will then be the games against Bayern. Yeah?
Okay, fair enough.
That was the only way. That was how Leverkusen got rid of Bayern the last time. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, first game of the season, Leverkusen at home to Hoffenheim, and you drop points. You didn't drop points by drawing. You lost at home to Hoffenheim.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was telling you about this, you were like, what did I expect from Erik ten Hag, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And we were jokingly saying on our group that maybe the guy will end up being a pundit. Then I remember his English is horrible, so that limits him to Dutch. That limits him to being a pundit for Dutch TV. This is embarrassing. You should not be losing at home to Hoffenheim. That's Leverkusen. Fast forward to Dortmund. Dortmund, you are away to St. Pauli. You're 3-1 up. You missed the penalty. Despite the penalty means you are 3-1 up.
You're still 3-1 up, yeah.
You're still 3-1 up. Then 4 minutes to go, you have a brain fart. And you drop points and the game ends 3-3. How does this work? St. Pauli away is a guaranteed win for you if you're serious about doing anything. Not especially when you just saw Bayern demolish the other potential challenger, RB Leipzig, 6-0 in the opener for the season.
That was embarrassing.
Olise took care of the first half, Kane took care of the second half, right? Olise was tearing them apart first half. Second half, they just couldn't contain Kane.
He didn't get a hat trick though, because I saw the interview where
Kane got
the interviewer. Yeah, I know, but Olise didn't.
Olise did.
Hey, for a second there, it looked like we might have 2 hat tricks. Who would have gotten the ball? You know, and Kane was like, "There's many balls. It's like there's many balls floating around. It would have been fine." So you got a couple things. This is the beginning of Kane's 3rd season in the Bundesliga. That was his 8th hat trick in the league and 9th overall, right?
Yeah.
And it was a signature game for him. He did that whole dropping back, trying to join the attack, orchestrate. I think it's impressive, and this is hard for me, given where he came from, that at 32, he still has that mobility to do. Lewandowski doesn't do that anymore. He's in the box. He's not trying to do any 1-2 exchanging with anybody. We're not running over here. He pretends to run now. Kane, I hope he's blessed with great health and no major injuries, because honestly, the way he plays right now, I could see him being at the top level for 3 more years.
I agree.
It doesn't seem to me to be trending towards Saudi anytime soon. So, you might think I don't give Spurs any credit. So this is the most
you don't give Spurs any credit.
Yeah, this is the most good things I'm ever going to say about a Spurs product. So I'm going to shut up.
The only Spurs you give credit is the one in San Antonio.
Oh my God! Even those,
even those ones, you barely give them credit.
Even those, man. I gotta tell you this. So you saw the meme of the cannon shooting at the bird. You saw that. I posted it in our group.
Yes.
After the Eberechi Eze transfer, so I'll show you it. I'll show it to I sent it to my daughter, right? And you know how I spell Spurs. I censor the U. Yeah. And she had never seen me do that before. And she was like, censorship of Spurs is crazy, Dad. And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this for years. I picked it up from Arsblog. Arsblog does that. It nenever spells the U. It just puts the little asterisk there. That's how I spell Spurs. But anyways, and my daughter thought I was crazy. But anyway, So a quick one about the lack of resistance in the Bundesliga. I blame Dortmund more than anyone else, right? Everyone else might come up. But really, like I don't think there's another stadium in Europe that has more capacity than Dortmund's. It's almost 85,000 people. Right?
Even if I don't have the facts, but I don't think there's that much stadium that is as intimidating to the opponents.
Everyone in yellow and black.
Wall, the Dortmund wall, forget it.
They're choosing not to be relevant. This is a choice, right?
Yep.
They want, so if you're that big, that historic, and your biggest rival wins 9 in a row or 10 in a row, what was it? I mean, right now the only thing that gave us hope was Bayern had a dip for 1 year. It was a 1 year dip.
Yeah.
1 year dip, and Leverkusen had to go undefeated, invincible, for the dip to become a real dip. You know,
to be relevant.
And what did Dortmund do in that down year? Absolutely nothing.
Didn't they make it to wasn't that the year they made it to the Champions League final?
Yeah, what did they do at home?
I'm just telling you.
But what did they do at home?
I'm trying to give them some credit. But I totally agree with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's the being able to string a campaign together that like a legitimate title challenge. In those 10 years that Bayern won straight, was there ever a title challenge from Dortmund?
No.
It's embarrassing.
It is. It's
embarrassing.
And they have the resources. It's just that they've chosen to be more about the business than winning. Yeah.
And then they sold great players to Bayern within that stretch.
Yes.
Lewandowski.
They just accepted that, you know what, we're not on top of the food chain. We don't want to be. We're business people. We just want to make money. And that's how we don't function. That's what they've decided to do. Yeah?
It's embarrassing.
I agree.
Okay. We're just heating up now. We're cooking with gas now, Yinka.
Yeah.
Okay. La Liga.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, I think this is the most interesting of the top 5 leagues so far.
Say more.
I could be wrong. I have liked the promoted sides, and we saw two of them this week. I think we just finished watching Oviedo against Madrid.
Yeah.
This was, I believe, their home opener. This is Santi Cazorla's club. Great story. All the sacrifices to bring them up. I believe the Segunda, the I guess second division of Spain doesn't allow you to pay for free. So he didn't play for free, but he played for minimum wage, right? Yeah. So they could have money to invest in the squad. Great guy. They went to the Spanish version of the playoffs. He was there, blah, 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 and now they're up. And I thought they gave a great account of themselves today. They ended up falling by 3 goals to nothing. Mbappe looks extremely sharp. Still not involved that much in build-up play, although he did have a ball that, one sequence where he carried the ball all the way from, one box to the other. Shocking.
Yeah.
But is very, very sharp. He may score more goals than he did last year. But I go back to my prediction. I'm not sure it's going to impact much. Even he scored 30-something goals last year. He didn't impact anything. They lost on all fronts. I think there will be tinkering from their manager. I think his personality, he's not a killer. You know what I mean? He's a professor. And I think they'll eat him alive in that locker room. But go ahead, Yinka.
Okay, so it's early days. It's just 2 games.
It is.
But a couple of things about Madrid that I think I like. Yeah?
Okay.
So number 1, they're more defensively disciplined.
Yeah.
Under Alonso than they were under Ancelotti. Yeah. And you can see it could be the personnel, it could be the balance. How he's seen is left-legged. He's playing on the left side of defense. Rudiger played today. I think it wasn't Rudiger that started the first game. Tchouaméni is back in his defensive midfield.
Yeah, Carvajal is back.
Yeah. So it's Tchouaméni and Valverde sitting as in midfield. Then you have Adegula has been starting. Adegula ahead of them. Brahimi started both games, by the way. Mbappe down the middle. Vini started the first game. Rodrigo started today. Yeah. But the only thing I can see is they're not going gung-ho like they used to under Ancelotti. They're more reserved. They're letting the game come to them, right? They're saying, we don't need to go after the game. Let the game come to us. The people that we're playing, they are not as good as we are. As long as we don't mess up defensively, we will score. Which is exactly what happened in game 1. It was a penalty, but it's part of the game. They scored.
Yeah.
Game 2 today, Mbappe's first goal today was a beauty. That first touch, right? And that was a super pass from Adegula. The first touch, the spin, the finish, superb. His second goal also, fantastic. Vini set it up for him. One touch, bent it like Henry, far corner.
Yeah.
They don't look flashy, but they don't look bad. Yeah? They are doing what they're supposed to do. So I like that defensive discipline. And this is what I expected from a team coached by Xabi Alonso, right? I'm happy I'm seeing it, but I'm not surprised. Yeah.
I just saw the Vini goal again.
You just saw the Vini goal again. Right, good goal too by Vini.
Yeah.
So
he gave the assist for the second.
For the second
Mbappe.
one for Mbappe. Yeah, he did. So I like what Madrid is doing, but I can't say the same for Barca. Barca has been all over the place. Do you want to compare today's game? I know the opposition is different. It's Oviedo. It's
Levante.
Levante. They're almost similar.
But they're both promoted sides. But Levante is better than Oviedo, or should be better than Oviedo. But still,
my point stands. Barca were all over the place yesterday.
They were.
The defensive discipline is not there. Right?
So do you
and
know
sometimes
why?
People say defense wins championships. I know people say
why, Yinka?
And why is that, please? Educate me.
Who left for Saudi from the Barcelona defense?
Who did?
Who did? Remember Martinez? And
Inigo Martinez?
Yeah, he's in Saudi now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe he's in Saudi.
Oh, really?
And you gave
I didn't know that.
You gave me so much stick because I put him in my team of the season.
But I don't think it's I hear what you're saying, and you might.
It's not one person. It's not. I
don't think it's one person. It's
not one person.
It's the whole style of play. They believe that whatever you do will beat you anyway. So we're just going to play.
Yeah, and they showed it yesterday. That's the problem. So I feel like the funny thing, I'm glad you started with the change of structure at Real Madrid, because I feel like when Barca will really start to struggle is when they come up on teams that are disciplined and structured, not necessarily parking the bus. Just disciplined and structured. Midfielders who play in midfield, defenders who play in defense, and opportunistic attackers, right? And that's pretty much what that Levante thing was really bad. Their main striker is 38 years old. That should not have happened. They should not have gone up 2-0 on you, and then you have to come back. Yeah, it's amazing that you can score 3 goals.
You have a fluke of a winner in injury time, right?
Yeah,
but I'm not even it's the way the game panned out that I'm worried about, right? So, but happy for them, 2 wins out of 2, all that.
That's all well and
dandy. But a couple of teams I'm very, very disappointed in. Number 1, Girona. I think they just used Girona as an incubation for Savinho. City used them to incubate Savinho, and after that, they just like, okay, you people, you're on your own. I don't know what, but Girona are they're dead. I think they're going down.
The sheen is off. They got. I was watching them against Villarreal. Villarreal were home in that ridiculous stadium up theirs.
The submarine.
I think it was like I stopped watching in the 78th minute. I think it was still 4-0.
It ended up 5.
Oh yeah, it was 4. I stopped at 4. and then I switched to the Espanyol game, Real Sociedad and Espanyol, which was a much better game. And there was no resistance. This wasn't the Girona that was in the Champions League spots just 2 seasons ago.
None.
And I'm like, are Villarreal good? They're not
Villarreal
great.
are good. So
they got the young kids, and
they played Arsenal in preseason. We saw them.
Yeah, I saw them.
They're a very good side, right?
Yeah.
And Pepe looks rejuvenated.
It looks
good. So
yeah.
I don't know whether it's his girlfriend. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it might just be being comfortable. And to be honest, I'm glad you brought up Pepe. But if I compare him to Grealish, he had much better stats, goals and assists than Grealish.
No, not just stats. He had better games.
Yeah.
So the only thing he doesn't have is trophies to show for it, right?
Yeah, because of the team he played on.
He's very good. So I'm impressed with Villarreal. 2-2. Pepe. There's another young guy, black guy that they have.
The Buchanan guy that scored today. Oh my God.
God. He's American, isn't he?
He's American.
Canadian?
Yeah. Is
American or Canadian?
I thought it was American. Let me check. Yeah.
I think it's Canadian.
Okay, it might be.
I think it's Canadian.
Is super quick. Yeah.
Quick.
You're right. It's Canadian.
It's Canadian, right? Yeah. It's Canadian. But Villarreal, impressed with them. It's
26. He's not that young. It's 26. It looks young. It looks a lot young.
It looks young.
It's 26. Yeah.
Anyway, we can move on to the EPL.
We can move on. All right. Let us do the EPL. And unfortunately, more questionable refereeing decisions. In case you were hoping for better referees, it has not happened. At least now they are announcing VAR decisions on the speaker, so that's something, I guess. But the decisions are wrong. Does it even matter? So let's start with the big controversial one. Man U were away at Fulham today.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there was a penalty to Man U.
Mm-hmm.
Bassi was adjudged to have wrestled Mason Mount, my guy, away from himself. It looked like two people battling to me, but I can actually see it. It's fine. A lot of people said it's not a penalty, but you gave the referee a decision to make. You shouldn't have, right? You shouldn't have. You should have left it at jostling, not because you're twice as big as the dude.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't move him from one side to the other, and you're twice as big.
Yeah.
So they, the referee thought it was fine, and then it was called to the monitor. And if you have that and it's on screen, they're gonna give the penalty.
90%. Yeah.
But
99%.
Yinka.
Yes, sir.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh my God, this dude. So he's going through his motion to play the penalty, and then he's backing up, and the referee is trying to get out of the box and bumps him inadvertently. And this guy was flustered immediately. He picks up the ball. He has to do his routine all over again. Referee's like, what are you doing? And then, of course, Leno, the goalkeeper for Fulham, starts walking towards the spot. Like, I'm going to start my own routine too. I'm like, this was a whole clown show. And then what does he do? Because he was so flustered, this guy is the coolest of penalty takers, right? He has one of the best penalty records maybe ever. He skied the hell out of this thing and kept chirping throughout the game. And I'm like, this lack of leadership. Yinka, if Man U made this man available today, what top team in England wants him?
No, none.
Where would he play? Would he play? And then, guess what? The equalizer came through him.
Yeah, he lost his man.
ESR, Emil Smith-Rowe, who is not a physical player at all, who doesn't really push, doesn't really foul people. He just glided past him.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was this guy's a clown. It was embarrassing.
Yeah. Couple of points.
Go
Couple
ahead.
of points on the United City. The penalty. I agree with you. The only problem I had is before that the two of them were fouling each other, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I guess that's why the ref let it go, right? Before and after, Mason Mount was fouling Bassi. Because after Bassi pulled him over, you could see Mason Mount was grabbing his shirt. Yeah. But on the other side, double hands from Euro on Bassi pushed him, right? I'm like, if you give him that, you have to give this.
You have to. And that led to a goal.
You guys started off by saying, the refs, you came on at the beginning of season and said, what we want to clamp on this season is all this pulling and stuff in the penalty. Once they said it, that came, I thought you people are setting yourself for.
You can't do it. You need extra referees, to be honest. If you're going to do this.
Don't even announce it. Those kind of things you don't talk about. You're just saying, see, you need to let these things go. You can't, if you're doing this, then every single game you will have a penalty. Every damn game you will have one.
Yinka, I blame you and people like you who listen to these guys. See, when they say that, what they really mean is for the first 8 weeks, we will care about this. And then after 8 weeks, we would not.
Actually, you're right. And I apologize. Because the other bit they said they would do is they will clamp on time wasting.
Yeah.
Today, in the game today, right? Crystal Palace were leading. I think they scored first. Against Forest. Sorry. Crystal Palace scored first. Sells is the goalkeeper for Forest. Sells is on the losing team. Sells cannot be time wasting. He is looking for option to pass to. The ref goes and gives him a yellow card for time wasting. I'm like,
you got 8
I'm
seconds.
the one losing. Why the hell will I time waste?
You still only have 8 seconds. They told them about the 8 seconds, Yinka.
But Akin, it's like these people don't watch football.
I know.
So within 8 seconds, if I don't have a good option to play, I should just boot the ball. Is that what they want me to do?
They award a corner. If you don't make the 8 seconds,
no, but I didn't award him a corner, and he gave him a yellow card for time wasting.
Yeah.
So which is it? What exactly are we talking about? Anyway, I've said this season I'm not going to rant about referees, so I'm going to count.
Oh my gosh! So, but Yinka, it's like we have the same referees. There's no new one coming. They didn't go to Australia or Zimbabwe to recruit new referees. It's the same faces, and they're not good, guys. Yinka. They're not good. So
they're not good is an understatement. They're horrible.
Yeah.
They're incompetent. Anyway,
it's like taking Bruno Fernandes and giving him Ronaldo's boots and expecting him to turn to Ronaldo. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Anyway, other disappointments.
Okay.
Looking at time, other disappointments. Akin, Potter is going to be the first coach to be fired, right?
Yeah.
West Ham, they're clowns. West Ham scored 2 against Chelsea and they were dancing. Until VAR, I was watching the game with Madame. I'm like, why is he dancing? Madame was like, well, if they scored, they should celebrate. I'm like, but you've not. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, the VAR is going to cancel it now and you're going to look stupid, which is exactly what happened. And to make matters worse, you then go and concede 4 goals and you lose 5-1, right? West Ham, they're candidates for going down or else something happens. Potter is, now we know that it wasn't Potter, it was just the Brighton setup and the Brighton team, right? That made him look like he was prime, I don't know, who's your fantastic coach? Prime Alex Ferguson, yeah?
Mourinho
is not a good coach. He's not a good coach. West Ham, Potter, disappointment. Villa, I think the bubble is about to burst for, who's your guy? Unai Emery, right? So a lot of people that were shouting, Emery this, Emery that, blah, blah, blah. We told you people, right? We witnessed this in Arsenal. He lost the team, he lost the fans, yeah?
Yeah.
It's starting already.
Yeah.
At Villa. It might take longer or it might recover a bit, but it will eventually happen. Yeah? That's number 2. Number 3, City and Pep. Akin, I watched the game.
Me too.
And I think City lost the game as against Spurs winning it. Yeah? City's lineup, Pep's lineup to start that game, I looked and I'm like, what are you doing? You're playing Spurs. I know they are Spurs, but on a good day, they can beat you. What nonsense is this?
What did you have a problem with? Because I'll tell you, I can tell you what I have a problem with. Because his captain in game 1 was on the bench in game 2.
God bless you. What is Bernardo doing on the bench? That's number 1.
How is he your captain in game 1 and one game later he can't make the team?
And it's not as if he had an injury or a knock.
No, he had nothing.
You chose not to play him.
And if Rodri can play at the end of the game, why can't he start? Why
are you starting Nico? Why are you starting? I told you this. Nico Gonzalez. Anyway, that's don't let me go into.
Go on.
So the lineup, Cherki. What is Ryan Cherki doing starting in midfield against Spurs? Don't you know Spurs midfield will bully? They bullied PSG and they almost won. That's what they do.
They're not skilled.
They're not skilled.
I like
They're bullies.
Guy is okay.
But he's still a bully.
Okay. Yeah.
He's still a bully. So Spurs started a 3-man midfield that were just running, and Ryan Cherki looked scared. This is the first time somebody that's been playing in France doing leg over, they'll give him time. Before he's doing one leg over, like they've cleared the guy. So why is he playing? You play Oscar Bob on the left, you play Mamouche on the right. I'm like, what nonsense is going on with Pep? And that was where I brought you to the group and somebody said Pep has lost his mojo. I think it was you.
Yes,
they're like, Pep has lost his mojo. Maybe his wife was his mojo. We don't know, but
yeah, it's so Yinka, I think age creeps up on you. You know when they say youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
If I like some of the things I'm doing now, I'm like, I wish I had the energy I had 25 years ago. 20 years ago when I was 25. Now that I have the experience, I would be so much better at the things I'm doing now. Because I have the experience, I still have the knowledge, but I have the drive, but physically, I don't. I used to just stay up all night doing stuff. Now I can still stay up late, but I can't. I feel it the next day. I feel it the next day. I do. I feel it the next day. I got to watch my nutrition. I got to watch my energy. I'm literally falling asleep at my desk half the nights, and that never used to be the case, So I say all that to say it gets to a point. I think Pep may be getting to that point. Obviously everyone knows about his personal situation, divorce and all that. Who knows how that affects him? But Yinka, he's accumulating players with no work done. Yeah. Nothing's changing.
Nothing.
He bought more players than Liverpool. He bought more players than Arsenal because his own buying started in January.
Yeah.
Didn't he buy like 4 or 5 in January?
Yeah.
Half of them are not playing.
He bought Kusanov. He bought Mamouche in January.
Is the Kusanov guy playing?
He was on the bench.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And this guy was supposed to be the future. Now he's gone. And then he added more players. And then he got Rodri back. Right? What happened to Gundogan? What happened to Gundogan, Yinka? So
I don't know. He was on the bench.
Okay. So Yinka, I said something in our group yesterday. I'm like, he needs to give up and play 4-4-2. Right? And this is what I mean. You have to play Haaland. You have Mamouche, who has played with another striker before. You got to do something different. Play 4-4-2. Load up that midfield. Traditional, play a diamond if you have to. It doesn't matter. Play 2 strikers. Play traditional wingers. See what happens. He has so much money on the bench. Like Doku, Grealish.
Sorry to cut you short, right? If you look at this lineup that started this game, take away Haaland, You can say this is a Wolves lineup.
That's crazy, Inka.
Because right back is Lewis, left back is Aït-Nouri, Stones in the middle with Ruben Diaz, right? Gonzalez, Reinders, Oscar Bob, Mamouche, Cherki, Haaland. That's the lineup he fielded. Now let me read out the bench to you. The bench had Ederson, Matthias Nunes, Rodri, Doku, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, and Nathan Ake. Is the bench not stronger than the first team, Aki?
So I can't believe we've talked about this for 5 minutes and not talked about the goalkeeper. So this is when I knew the man had lost his marbles. I was texting with you in our group.
Yeah.
And this was at the beginning of the game. And I said, this goalkeeper is going to cost Pep this season. I should have said this game, because I said it's going to cost them this season. Because
that's true, by the way, guys. That's very, very true. That's exactly what he said.
What did Ederson do to Pep? I'm like, what did Ederson do? Yinka, we used to say for the last 8 years now, we've said Alisson and Ederson are 1A, 1B for Brazil. Yeah, people prefer Alisson because he's a statesman. He speaks well. Ederson does not speak at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak at all. He's not a statesman. He has his neck tattoos, but he's a hell of a goalkeeper. He's better with his feet.
He is.
And he's a great shot stopper. Now, he's not great at arranging his defense because he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
It's just not a communicator. But one-on-one, when things break down, with his feet, the goalkeeper assist, how many did he have in the last 2, 3, 4 seasons? This is what he's known for, Yinka. Why is this man on the bench and you have this kid? I was joking that, our guy on Enro, I'm like, the goalkeeper looks like it could pass for Enro's kid. Is that young? So I think Pep is a problem. I said he should have left last season. I'm shocked he came back. I think someone needs to be telling him the truth. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone is. So,
all
right.
Anyway, for time's sake, just let's move on. Impressed with Spurs. See, you got to give Frank the credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've played 3 different types of teams, and he has set up his team differently for the 3 games. That shows you a coach that knows what he's doing. You and I don't like Spurs, but credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah. Quickly talk about Arsenal. Gyökeres. Yeah. There's a couple of things that happened. That penalty, there was no way any other person was taking that penalty.
No, there was no way.
The kid, he was already, I better give me the ball. It was
right?
And when he scored, I love people that look at the people that talk smack about them and send it, back to sender. He was
tell us what he said. Tell us what he said.
He was flicking his hair like 2 or 3 times. And the post-match interview, Ian Wright asked him that, the panel that Ian Wright was on, said, so why were you flicking on your hair? Was that intentional? He said, maybe. He said, maybe initially. He said, yeah, actually. Because people were talking smack about him. They said in the game against United, he had more hair flicks than touches on the ball. And now he scored, he said, okay, you want hair flicks? I'm going to give you hair flicks. I love people that do that. I love people that use negativity as fuel. You look back at those people and throw them the middle finger, right?
Yeah.
I love it. If that's the mentality he's bringing, we will be fine.
Yeah.
That's number 2. That kid Dauman, we've seen too many cameos now to realize is not a fluke. It's not a flash in the pan. That young kid is a problem. We've been saying it. I guess everybody's now saying it, right? He's played how many minutes? He's barely played 90 minutes cumulatively for Arsenal. That's the 3rd penalty that he will win for Arsenal. That kid is a problem. Injuries, I'm slightly worried, but now that we have a bigger squad, the worry is not as significant as it was in the past.
We have news back that Saka and Odegaard scans have come back, not as bad as they feared yesterday. So
Saka might play next weekend. Odegaard might not. Saka might play. Saka was a cramp, more or less. Odegaard might have.
So one thing, it wasn't the hamstring that he had a surgery on. It was the other one.
It was the other one.
So that's good. And someone said something. I can't remember who said it. It may have been one of the Jameses, either James from AFTV or James McNicholas, that they think that Arteta and the coaching squad or coaching team are telling them, you feel anything, you let us know immediately. We now have cover. You don't need to be a hero. You know? Yeah. So unlike before when you know Partey was dying and Arteta pushed him back to keep playing. That doesn't happen anymore. So if you think about it, Odegaard had the shoulder. He kept going. They warmed the kid up. They warmed him up, and then he didn't want to come out. He didn't want to come out. And if you notice, he and Saka were talking. You know, and he didn't want to come up. He wasn't distressed on his face because of the pain. He was distressed that I want to keep playing, and they won't let me keep playing. You know, so I think something is happening. But
I agree with you.
It's funny, Nka, we've gone 50 minutes. We haven't talked about the biggest news of the week,
which was
Eberechi Eze to Arsenal.
Yeah,
it's insane. So,
it's insane.
All right. So one big one that no one is really talking about is what happened on Wednesday. So apparently he was about to sign for Spurs.
Yep.
And then he placed a call to Arteta. Have you read about this, Nka?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. He placed a call to Arteta and was like, are you sure I can't come to Arsenal? Are you sure I can come play for y'all? And Arteta was like, say less. We have a board meeting today. Sit tight.
We have a board meeting now.
We have a board meeting now. Exactly. So,
and trust me, that board meeting was probably to discuss that.
Easy. Now, obviously, you know, the what had transpired was, you know, bad injury to Kai Havertz. But people keep saying that, but they don't play the same role. You know, they don't play in the same position. You know, Eze is not a striker, auxiliary or otherwise. You know, he's not even that kind of midfielder, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then boom, you know, they made it happen. And apparently when he got after the game, he went to Arteta's office, thanked him for making his dream come true. I just love I love the wholesomeness of it all. You know, I'm really enjoying this whole thing. Bringing your new signings onto the field. Arsenal doesn't do that. Other clubs do it all the time. You know, they did it for Gyökeres in Hong Kong. I loved it. And now they've done it. They've done it at the Emirates. They should keep doing that. I think it's good. I think it gave the team life, at least for the first 15 minutes. And then they lost their life and lost their way. You know, but so okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So we're pressed for time, so we should do some tweaking a bit. Just let's quickly talk about Liverpool Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
And we'll quickly talk about Isak and the question we have, and we can call it wrap. We'll postpone the other topics till next week. So good segue to Liverpool Arsenal. That's gonna be a very, very good game. I want to see what Liverpool look like against Newcastle tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested to see who will play right back tomorrow. Yeah. And for me, that would determine who plays our own left wing against whoever it is.
That's real.
On Sunday, right? Because I still think Martinelli's pace and his directness might still be useful. I love what
defensive abilities.
With Saka. I mean, with Salah rather, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. That was going to be my second point. You took it out of my mouth. Well done. Madueke, although had a good game, I'm impressed with him. It looked sharper when he replaced Saka on the right. When he played on the left. Yeah. And so for me, I think this is a situation where you don't need to run Saka to the ground. That's how it looks. That's what it looks like. But that Liverpool Arsenal game, if Saka is not fit, don't play him. If Odegaard is not fit, don't play him. Play Madueke on the left. Play Eberechi Eze in Odegaard's position.
Madueke on the right.
Madueke on the right, yeah. Eze in Odegaard's position. Play
Martinelli in Martinelli's position.
Martinelli's position. Put Glock in the middle. Then let the back four remain the back four. Let the midfield remain the midfield. That's what I will do. I think this is Arsenal's chance to break the curse, the Anfield curse
Yeah.
I think they can win this game. And I'm going for an Arsenal win at Anfield. What do you think?
I like it. No. They've been close the last the last 3 seasons, as they've been draws. Arsenal haven't lost at Anfield in about 3 tries now. I think they can do it. Look, Salah can just wake up and just put you on toast. That can happen too. But this team doesn't get beat. We know that. They don't get beat. They don't get bullied. I think Gabriel was managed really well through the preseason from his injury.
Yeah.
And it looks imperious. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
and
it does.
Saliba has played through his mistakes. He's playing with confidence. The way he's carrying the ball from the back, and then by contrast, Konate without imperious, I'll use that word again, VVD is not the same. And VVD is showing his age. VVD is showing his age. Look, unfortunately, Gyökeres is not Holland, but what he does do, you saw his first goal, is he will take you outside of your comfort zone. He will take you on, like that pass from Calafiori, like your left back should not be making that pass from midfield.
Arsenal would have made that pass 1 year, 2 years ago. We didn't have the resources up front to even make that pass useful. And
Lewis Kelly would not make that pass today.
Yeah.
Lewis Kelly would not make. So I'm going for a Arsenal win as well.
Fine. So let's quickly take the question and we'll call it right.
So we have a question, and the question is, how good is Isak really? Right? So the person who sent the question said they've gone and looked at all their Isak's goals from last season. Half of them are PKs. Is he really that good? This is a Liverpool fan. Are Liverpool just better off going with Eketike? And is Isak worth all the money? 150 million pounds. I would say this is rich coming from someone whose club just overpaid. What was it, 116 million pounds for a guy who doesn't play any defense, a midfielder in 2025 who doesn't play any defense. So you should have asked that question when you were spending 116 million pounds on Wirtz. Because for me, I think Szoboszlai is just amazing. I think he's a excellent midfielder. I think McAllister is an excellent complement to him. I think what they needed was more depth in midfield. Look, if you can get Wirtz, get him. And of course defense. Yeah. But the 116, if it means now Szoboszlai is not as confident because he doesn't know when he's playing, if he's not playing, I don't love it. But I think I answered this Eketike thing already the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The way the guy is moving at 22 is giving me Isak at 25. I'm just being real. He's better than Isak at 22. I don't know if he's strictly better today than Isak is today, but he's 3 years younger, Yinka.
Yeah.
And then I also don't know what it will look like over 90 minutes because he hasn't played the full 90, right? But for what Liverpool needs, he's giving them exactly what they need. He's dropping in midfield. He's doing those combinations. He's playing for me above his years. So, like I said last week, he's intelligent enough. Isak is intelligent enough. He can play both of them. But you know what you do? When you play both of them, you lose your width.
Yeah. You do.
So you got to give something up. But go on if you have anything to
well said. Well said. Yeah. In this current market, right, he's been the best striker in Premiership outside of Haaland. This is the current market. It is what it is. If you want him, you have to pay up. That's how I see it. But if you're comparing him to Eketike,
I want you to answer the question.
No. I'm agreeing with what you said. I totally agree with you. There's no need to repeat that. Yeah, I'm just saying if you're comparing him with how much that they're asking for, it is what it is. That's what the current market dictates. And if you want something good, you have to play above fair value for it. You have to have some goodwill to it. But you're right. Is Eketike? What you said about Eketike's age, playing style, and comparing to Isak, I totally agree.
There's something there. There's something there.
Anyway, we are bang on time. Once again. Yes.
There's a big thing we didn't get to, but we'll do it next week.
Well, we'll do it next week.
We'll do it next week.
I like this 1 hour format.
All right. Good.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much. This was fun. It's packed, and I think we were able to deal with most of the things. The ones that we didn't cover, we'll pick it up next week. Once again, thanks for your support. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and thanks for the engagement. We really do appreciate it. Like I always say, we're Oliver Twist. We want more. So please continue to, engage us across all our social media platforms. And if you have questions, please send us our way. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Aki?
Yeah. So we have some specials coming up.
Yes, we
will
do.
talk more about it next week. But until then, thank you, Yinka. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week, and goodbye.